Parents, teachers, caretakers, thank you for being here. We are talking about how do we mentor the next generation? How do we intentionally disciple the next generation? That's all IDTNG is all about. So as we disciple the next generation, as we mentor the next generation, we are talking about these 5 aspects. 3 we have finished. The first episode we talked about every aspect, and then we talked about every day, and last episode we talked about every season. Today we're going to talk something very beautiful. It's every effort. In our mentoring the next generation, we put in every effort possible to help them, value them, to connect with them. Every effort that is possible. Every effort that is possible. Sometimes they may not even value the effort. That's okay. That's okay. They will realize it one day. But for us to put our every effort. See, when I deal with some of the children, some of the teenagers or young people coming from difficult backgrounds, coming from families that are broken, coming from situations where the husband and wife are actually inside the house, but they're not even talking with each other, they're not in terms with each other. I'm recently dealing with one teenager like that, and and the question that always asked is this: are these children really being taken care, or just basic food, clothing, shelter has been given to them? Are they really longing for something which they are actually searching outside the house? And that's where they're getting into some of those relationships, getting in some of those friendships, getting into some of those places. Sometimes I'm puzzled. Some of the parents, some of the people who are parents for some of these children and teenagers who are getting into some of those wrong places are amazing people. There's nothing wrong with them. But if you dig deeper and look closely, you begin to see, they're sometimes not equipped. Sometimes they really don't know. Sometimes they have no understanding of how it is. That's where I really love so many organizations are taking efforts on parenting and doing things that can help young couples, they can help older couples, and all of the people going in to learn something as they begin to really walk. Every effort we put in. Sometimes some people tell me this, some leaders tell me this: George, it's so difficult to have parents come for some of the parenting sessions. And I said, yeah, it is very difficult. Unless we are intentional in our learning and our growth, unless we are intentional in reading and upgrading ourselves and learning and relearning, sometimes unlearning. You see what I'm saying? Sometimes it's not just learning, sometimes it's unlearning, because we are doing certain things in a certain way. We have to unlearn. I think we need to put in every effort with the next generation so that the next generation is anchored in the purposes of God. They're living out the purpose of God. They're living out in a way that they feel valued. They're living out in a way that they are going out and they become the change makers in this world. They become the trendsetters. They become the trailblazers. Every effort. And please understand this. Some of our children are not going to be with us forever. They are going to move out. Right now is the time. Whatever time is lost, it's lost. But now let's step in and put every effort possible to connect with them, to walk alongside, and to redeem some of those places where we have lost. The biggest need of the hour is to mentor and disciple the next generation. The next generation, our children, our teenagers, they are the future. The time is running out. It is now we need to step in for a time such as this, where our children, our teenagers need you the most. They need you and need me the most. Let's not step back. Let's step in and step up.